Hey everyone, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Matthew Harris here. We're going to continue with our second module. Actually, I don't know what module we're on, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, or whatever, but on how to dominate MLM with Facebook without spending a penny or a dime on advertising. And so, module 3, we're going to speak specifically about some techniques, some recruiting techniques that you can use as soon as you're done watching this video to actually go out there and really expose a lot of people to your network marketing business. And after we've built on top of the foundation of the last couple of videos, and if you haven't watched those yet, definitely go back and take a look at those, because the foundations of marketing on Facebook is really what these techniques are built on, and this will really take your marketing to the next level. So here's what you want to do. This is the first strategy that we've used to really connect with a lot of people and expose a lot of people to our company by using what we call the chat method. So the chat method is this. On Facebook, if you're not familiar with it, you're able to instant message people. And if they're online, if they happen to be logged in at Facebook at that whatever given moment, you're able to see that they're online, and you can actually have an instant message with them. And if you haven't set up your security settings so that people can see that you're online so they can chat with you, you definitely want to do that. Please do yourself a favor. I have recruited tons of people, and I'm one of the top recruiters in our company right now, as is my team. We've done incredibly well using just this method alone to actually chat with people live and build rapport and then take that conversation to the next level. Now, before we dive into the specifics of how to use this method, make sure you've got it set up so that you can actually chat with people. So you just go into security settings. Let me show you how to do that real quick. All you have to do is, where'd it go? There we go. Just go to account and then go to account settings. That's all it takes, and you'll be good to go. So let's get back to this. So what you'll want to do is start simple conversations with people while you're online, and then take that conversation off of Facebook. You don't want to use Facebook for more than what it is, of just a way of connecting with people. It can't replace the actual interaction of talking with someone either in person or on the phone. So your goal is to get someone's phone number. And this is a big lesson for a lot of you guys probably watching this. It was for us when we first started figuring this stuff out. And it was that we would start to prospect people online, but we wouldn't actually get their phone number. And that led to a lot of complications. First of all, Facebook is a terrible tool when it comes to following up with people. And the fortune in this business is in the follow-up. So if you don't have a way to get in touch with someone other than their Facebook account, they could ignore your message. They can ignore your phone call to a certain extent, but that's not people understand that isn't a polite thing to do. With Facebook, it's a little different. That same kind of dynamic isn't in place. It's a terrible way to follow up with people. You want to have their phone number. Also, you want to get the phone number so that you can develop and grow that relationship further. If you haven't met these people that you're talking to in real life, actually connecting by phone will help solidify that relationship. It's kind of like if you're trying to, if you're a guy and you're trying to talk to some girl and you're trying to get your relationship strong, you're trying to get the connection to grow a little bit more. And so talking in the voice, listening to her voice and her hearing your voice and the energy in your voice and all that kind of stuff, and looking each other in the eye, that kind of interaction helps take the relationship to the next level. And the same thing is true in recruiting. So with that being said, let's get into what it takes to actually use the chat method. This is an indirect approach. There's 2 ways to use the chat method, and these are the words you can use when you're chatting with people online. First of all, if you see someone online, you may send them a quick message, say, hey, what's going on? How are you doing? And then you can follow up with this. And I used to just copy and paste these words into the chat box. I say, let me ask you a shot-in-the-dark question. I'm in the process of expanding a business. I'm looking for a go-getter type, someone who wouldn't be opposed to a couple extra grand a month. Do you know anyone like that? So now you're asking them a qualifying question, but you're doing it in an indirect way where they're actually in a position to help you by giving the name or recommending someone that they may know. But at the same time, you'll find a lot of people might actually be interested themselves. And so they'll ask you, well, it depends. What is it? I might be interested. This is where you could mess this up so bad. So please, 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 please pay attention to this part right here. This is the most important part of this whole segment. You could use whatever words you want to use, but if you don't do what comes next, you're dead in the water. This is what you want to respond to them when they ask you questions, or when they ask you what it is, or when they tell you that they have someone that they may know. This is what you say. You simply say, I'm much better, or you say, I'm better, whatever you want to say. I'm better by phone. What's the best number to reach you on so I can get you the information? Please do that. Just do that. If they show any kind of interest, Don't start pitching them. If they ask them, what is it? Say, listen, I don't have a whole lot of time. I'm much better by phone. What's the best number to reach you on so I can get you the information? They will send you their phone number. They will send you their phone number. 9 times out of 10, you'll get their phone number. You want to get their phone number because it'll really help you solidify your recruiting. The other part to the chat method is the direct approach. The direct approach is, hey, I was talking to a top executive of a company that's expanding pretty aggressively right now, and he asked me if I knew anyone that might be open to making a significant income this year. I thought of you. I got no idea if this is your cup of tea or not, but let me get you more information. If you like it, then great. If not, no big deal. If they show any kind of interest, your response again is, I'm better by phone. What's the best number to reach you on so I can get you the information? Guys, I'll tell you this right now. Just this technique alone, I could charge a tremendous amount of money for this because this is where most people mess this up. I'm showing you how to do it right. Get the phone number. Get the phone number, get the phone number, get the phone number. I'll say that till I'm blue in the face. Get the phone number, because without it, you're going to really, really struggle with your follow-up and recruiting numbers. But these 2 techniques right here, and there are more beyond this as well, which we'll get into later on, but these 2 techniques, the direct approach and indirect approach with the chat method, are extremely, extremely powerful. So take advantage of that. I look forward to seeing you in the next module. Take care. God bless.